Hey everybody, it's me, Marcel Tarak, and we are back with our favorite girl, Dahala. So, we left off on a really heartrending note, and we're now, currently figuring all of our stuff out. So, first, minion roulette. We get that guy a lot. Right, and probably about time I put my actual gear on. There we go. Right, we were... No. I think it's over here and off to the side, isn't it? Is where we go? No. Okay, no, I have to speak the Hushafont. There we go, that's what I gotta do. Alright. So, we were falsely accused of murder, and, I'm hoping that, you know, people aren't dead. But things do look very grim, and I cried a lot last stream. I'm sure some of you might have heard the sniffles here and there. I apologize, but that was, you know, emotional. And I also got some new headphones, so I don't have that weird echo where it sounds like I'm in a cave driving me insane, so we shouldn't have any more problems with sound during the stream. And I can actually hear it properly, so I'm not going insane getting driven mad by echoes. So, here we go. Master Alphino told me your tale, Dahala. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. That's right, Hoshi is the best. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. 'Twould be best if I explained in full.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The Temple Knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The falling snows, or some such.
Oh, I love Hoshi.
All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Fortom. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions.
The
'Tis
rest?
bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
It's just me and Alphino. who managed to escape? And what of those who did not? Yeah, that's where I'm at too. I am very much so at, we're the only ones left, aren't we? I don't even know if they're alive. Greetings, madame. Shall I show you inside? Several cutscenes will play in sequence. This could take some time. Alright, get the popcorn. Let's settle in for a good old movie. Oh, thank God! Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God. Oh, yay! Someone's okay. I'm not okay, alright? Last time was rough and I'm still upset about it. Alphino! Dahala! Is it really you? I'm so happy that you are... I tried contacting Minfilia and the others, but no one would respond. And then the Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Flamin told me to run, and so I did. I ran and ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached, but I lost my way, and then... Fortunately, I had observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. Yugiri! Oh, that... Whoa! She's not wearing her mask anymore! Hmm? Ah, yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle. Pretty, isn't she? Yeah. Anyway, after Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Urianger. When we told him what had happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the waking sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looked like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently, Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, huh? Sorry, where was I? Oh, yeah. So we waited there at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come. But no one else did. My people are searching for the other scions even as we speak, but we have met with no success as yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. Ah, but you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves await you there. Be it as it may, we yet have cause to hope. Do we not? If the two of you escaped, it's not impossible that the others could have done so as well. You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debt, and shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the scions restored to their rightful place of honor.
"'Tis all my doing. I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes, and look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves, and even the Scions themselves, as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. It was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphino.
So, Master Alphino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
Hashifa, you are such a
I hardly
godsend.
deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
Oh, please don't make me cry again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orshfon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
It's doing the end title screen again? Oh, this must be the end of the quests that lead up to the next expansion, and we're about to start the next expansion. Okay. Love this song.
To all of my children in whom life flows abundant, to all of my children to whom death hath passed his judgment, Shining is the land's light of justice. Ever flows the land's well of purpose. Walk free, walk free, walk free. Believe the lamb's alive, so believe. dark and
Alright. I want to continue watching the credits just to, like, give all these people's hard work credit. But we, like, just started the stream. So, I'm going to skip here and get into the next bit. Oh, joy.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
You killed the princess! The queen, the empress! The empress! That's what she's called. You killed her, you awful, awful people! What happened to General Raubon? Oh. Now Brails is no more. The ardor was not his to invoke. His demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then? The earth is fertile, and the seeds well sown. By my will, they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. What? I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. Ryoji, no! I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. No, don't talk to the bad person! Slap him!
darkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
Midi, you're so depressing sometimes. To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope, and their eyes fixed heaven's ward. My left arm. Complete the main scenario quest before the dawn. Okay. We're gonna get the band back together, guys!
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything.
Did his voice change?
You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Elfino.
Lord Orchiffon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
That's a nice smile.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortan. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
The real hero is you, Hoshifon. Oh my gosh.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Here, here!
I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names and they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor. where we shall meet again. Until then... Chiffon is the kind of guy you want to settle down with and introduce to all your moms and dads. Absolute sweetheart. Okay. Speak with the Temple Knight Guard at the Gates of Judgment. I am totally running in a circle. Whee! Okay. While we're doing this, we're also going to queue up for Drop Dead Shiva. Yeah, I need to do it on extreme. Just so we can get that off my quest thingy. Okay, so I need to go... Over that way. Okay. Off we go! Bum, 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 bum. Wards of House Forton. Ah, yes. You may pass.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came.
It's good to see they're wearing sensible, warm winter coats. As a Canadian, this speaks to me.
To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Halone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
Greetings, Mistress Silverlight. On behalf of House Forton, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you would all come with me. Alright, well, first things first. I'm the realist. Let's get some aetheryte. I do believe over here I saw... Yep, right there. I see you. I'm coming for you. If I can figure out how to get down there. Ah, there's the stairs down. The sooner I collect all of these aetheryte shards, the faster we can travel throughout the city. And I have a feeling... Oh, they're throwing snowballs at each other. That's cute. I have a feeling I'm going to be traveling around a lot. Okay, so... Grabbed that. If we go over here and grab this one as well on the way up. Hey, you! Gosselamard? Lost? Saint Valorant's Forum is just up these steps, so named for the former Azure Dragoon, in case you were unaware. Why, thank you for the little history lesson. You know, I'm actually surprised paladins belong to Ul'dah and not to Ishgard. But I guess it's because paladins in the game so far do not seem all that overtly religious/holy, whereas before that's definitely what they were represented to be. These steps will take you to the Pillars, where you will find the manors of the High Houses, St. Raymond's Cathedral, and the Athenaeum Astrologicum, the Tribunal, and much more. Why, thank you. You're so informative. Okay, well, let's go grab this one really quick, and then we'll double back. Okay, there's something I missed. Ah, bridge. Is this how I get here? Man, that's confusing. Okay, alright, there's the quest guy. We're gonna go grab this aetheryte shard real quick first. The Warrior of Light and her brave companions walking the streets of Ishgard at last! What a glorious sight! I cannot tell you how long I have waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Forton Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. I, Count Edmond de Fortemps, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortemps, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortemps.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
His voice definitely has
Full
changed.
glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
So, what do you think? Be honest. It's great, isn't it? Oh, we're gonna get some more armor! So, upgrades are in the comings. Though our friends in House Fortemps have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home, so we might become more self-sufficient. It takes a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk. 'Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall of course do as you suggested. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I go forgetful in my dotage. There is something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. Those documents identify you as wards of House Fortemps. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortemps, but let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Dahala, Tataru, the city awaits. Let's go! I hear that the sound when you accept a quest has changed. Very organ churchies. As it is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to the Hopion, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault, though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it first. I shall show you around the jeweled crozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services before descending into Foundation's Aetherite Plaza, if there are no questions. Alright. So the smart thing to do would be to start over here, if I can get over here. Grab that aetherite and just make a big half circle. Because we need to grab these aetherites. Oh, already have this one. The Hoplon, so named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north, of course, is the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thordan's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphonse. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined King Thordan the First to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars. Time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the jeweled crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elsie, our master of the markets. Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Ah, wards of House Fulton. How very interesting. Count Edmont has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be for some time. Accordingly, we have needs of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable... Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrements, medicine, materials, whatever you desire, it can be found at the Crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Our next destination is the Autherite Plaza in Foundation, if everyone is ready. Alright, off we go. Well, there's definitely a little bit of everything here. Sure is windy here. You've attuned yourself to all of the shards. Oh, I already did? Wow. I now have access to the Gates of Judgment. Because there's only one way in and one way out. And here we have Foundation's Aetherite Plaza. If you've yet to attune to the Aetherite, it would be wise to do so now. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby? The Skysteel Manufactory stands to the west. There, our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly, while to the south and east, well, 'twould be best if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphinaud. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord, but a humble traveler. Oh, come to see the sights, have ye? Take a turn down the hop lawn and gawp at the statues? Well, if you've a mind to learn how the better half lives, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight, if your nursemaid'll let ya. My humblest apologies, Master Alphino. Pray pay that drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom of this, Dahala. There are few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hoistry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events? Then I'm coming too! I like this music a lot better than that organ music over at Camp's Dragonhead. Why does the tavern have somber music? What? Must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishments. Master Gilbrant. Just Gilbrant will do. And I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations. But if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do worse. Judging by the number of customers I see, I suspect your fare is far more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did ya? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we offer a menu far more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality mind, but the sort of stuff I wouldn't recommend to yourselves. You speak of the lowest levels, yes? Why do they call it the Broom, if I may ask? 'Cause when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. It's not just the weather. When the Verns broke out the wards and started tearing up the city, it was the Broom that got the worst of it, while the Pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the Temple Knights. More than a few people are still sore about that, mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below, and something sharp in your boots, just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphino, I think it would be best if we return to the Fortaunt Manor. You go ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Miss Tartaru, I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord the Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tartaru? Look around, Alphino. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to just come to me. Indeed? But will you be safe here on your own? Oh, please! Do you know how often I looked after the Waking Sands and the Rising Stones by myself? If I had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then, Tataru. Dahala and I shall return to the matter for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance. I will! She's so cute. Okay, I do believe if we go to the last vigil, that'll take us here. Welcome, Mr. Silverlight. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes, please. Tell us then, Master Alphino, does Ishgard meet with your expectations? That which I imagined pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took. And when those steps took me past the scars left by the Wyverns and Foundation, I understood how easily the history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The Wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. Sir Emmerich has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, yet alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of some assistance, my lord? After all you have done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is a most generous offer, Master Alphino. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Mr. Silverlight, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Oriatel and Emmanuel in their duties. Toriel and Emmanuelian in their duties. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duties by myself. We have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues! By the Fury! The two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station, and show Mistress Silverlight the respect she deserves. This woman is the one who slew Gaius von Balsar and some half-dozen primals besides. She is not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand girl. If you can pardon their impropriety, Mr. Silverlight, I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. My thanks. Fearing willing, they may even learn something from you. "'Twould seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad for this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortemps has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so, he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Right. None of which of these I can wear, so I'll take the money. Show me the way to go home. Let us begin anew, Mr. Silverlight. I am Sir Artoriel of de Fortemps, eldest son of Count Edmond de Fortemps. You will forgive my outburst. I mean no disrespect. I merely considered myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Hochefort has spoken of you often. If you're even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House Durandare and Dismail. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this critical juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must needs secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the chocobo stations in Foundation. Alright, let's quick grab Emmanellian. Shall we be off then, old girl? Ah, but where are my manners? Emmanellian de Fortemps, second son of Count Edmond de Fortemps, trueborn, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second son in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true. But who could be satisfied subsisting on meager allowances, ever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old girl, not I! Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimation than Artoriel. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Ha ha ha! Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Haliante. They have ever been steadfast friends of our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we'll be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. One's got to stick up his ass, and the other one needs to stick up his ass. Right, we'll go help the older brother first. Okay. Greetings, Mr. Silverlight. I've saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Artoriel's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high to even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, but be sure to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, she came.
Those little excerpts that they're doing like that are actually kind of cool. Okay, first, Aetheryte. I hear a Moogle. Oh! That's why. Oh, their Aetherytes look a bit different than the usual ones. That's kind of cool. Alright, now we can go talk to Ariatol. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Artoriel. Artoriel. The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. It has been far, far too long, Lord Artoriel. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Dahala Silverlight, ward of House Fortom. Ah, Yes, of course. Lord Drillmont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald, House of Durndare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Mistress Silverlight is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then with your permission, I shall recount the tale for her benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers. And then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics, Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Fortemps are at your disposal. Sir Redwald, you need to but tell us what we are to do to begin. Oh, the chess piece isn't an upgrade, but that's because I've got that, whatchamacallit, fancy tier stuff. Several craftsmen on service to House Desmail are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, the foreman, tells me he has need of a woman with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Alright, now I gotta find the guy. Oh, that was easy. Hi, Roth. Huh? Yeah, I'm Roth, and who might you be? Ah, the promised help! Glad to have you aboard. I've the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of them black birds same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me, this ice, it's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there's pockets of them here and there just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, I'm sure you'll find them. Okay, before we continue... Okay, master volume is fine, background music's fine, sound effects... player effects... Okay, let's turn that down to like 80. I don't know if that's going to help much. It's just them combat sound effects are really loud. Everything else sounds pretty much fine, but... Oh, and it looks like I've got a paladin quest finally. Okay, yeah, need to turn it down more. Okay, awesome. Okay, system. Okay, turn me down to... Oh, come on. Let's see if that helps. Oh, right. Oh, we're actually going back to Thanalan. Okay. We're gonna go grab this quest and do this really quick, because it's been quite a while since we got to do a paladin quest. Pretty sure it's in the Chamber of Rule. Hey guys! No one's gonna arrest me, right? 'Cause, I mean... that wouldn't make sense. I show up and, you know... Gentlins, please don't hate me. I really didn't kill her, I swear to God. We live in troubling times, Dahala, as well you know. That's why it is more important than ever that the Sultan's Sworn stand ready to serve as the sword and shield of the Sultanate. For a time, I feared that our order was doomed, but then you helped us to restore our good name. Your shining example inspired many young men and women to seek us out. Even as we speak, they train to hone their skills. A few words of encouragement from the famed Free Paladin herself would do much to motivate them further. Well, I should think. Perhaps you would consider paying them a visit at Camp Blue Fog? Camp Blue Fog, huh? I knew you wouldn't believe those lies, Jennings. I knew you'd believe in me. Well met, Dahala. It's been ages since we last spoke. Certainly not since you helped us recover the crown. At the moment, Felice and I are conducting drills with the new recruits at the East Watchtower. They'll be thrilled to see you, I'm sure. Since we all know you're a woman of few words, I thought we might forgo the speech and instead ask you to favor us with a display of your swordsmanship. We've laid out bait for basilisks already, in fact. You need only wait for them to come. Oh, wow, guys. Sure. Oh! Hey guys, say hi to Glacy. This is like one of my really good friends. I guess Glacy noticed I was on and came to say hi. Yes! Nerd. What? Come on. Are you watching us? Well, because I picked up the quest when I was, stuck. Because you have to do the primal on hard mode in order to unlock the next step of the main story quest. So I grabbed them all, and this is the only one I didn't get done yet. Was, Shiva. So, I've got it queued up and we're waiting. I am unable to join the party. Give me a second. Truly a rousing performance, Dahala. Thank you. It's one thing to talk about proper technique, but an altogether different thing to see it firsthand. I think it's safe to say that the recruits will long remember this day, as will I! And now I just gotta go report to Generals and Ulda. Okay. Is it because I'm queued up that it's not gonna let us, be a party then? So if I invite you, would that work? Party makeup has changed, your registration is withdrawn. Well, fair enough. Okay, well now I can make you party lead because I'm not queued up anymore. Promotions! Oh, we're just gonna blast through it! Oh, man. This is why I don't remember most of this stuff from the story and from the dungeons. Because this is what Glacy did with my main character. Well, and that is how I learned how to play this game. Oh, I got some diamond dust, whatever that does. Let's see. Oh, I want that. And you know what? Yeah. The other two... Oh, no, I should pass on those because I don't want them. Alright, so this is a mount. So now we've got a new mount, guys! And I don't know if that weapon coffer is higher than mine, but we're gonna try it anyway. Oh, I can't use it right now. Alright. Mount! Yes! I now has a mount, a new mount. Alright. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah. Level 50, 110. So I do have a 110 here already that I didn't use. Because this one is 130, that's why. Okay. I'll just keep it for when I play my next class, which will be taking quite a while. Alright. Now we go back to Ul'dah. I'm coming home. I'm a criminal, but I'm still coming home, and nobody's arresting me, even though I am totally... What the... Hey! Glacy! Are you picking on me now? You meanie! Glacy's the one that actually got me to start playing again because I had stopped for quite a long time. And Glacy was the one that convinced me to come back and give it another go. So, you can all thank Glacy for suffering my stream. Alright. Welcome, Dahala. I gather recruits took your lesson to heart. Would that I had some way to repay you, some knowledge or technique to bequeath to you. I am humbled to admit that there is nothing I can teach you. All I can offer you is my heartfelt thanks. Pray go forth, my friend, and continue to defend the people of Ul'dah and Eorzea at large. Okay. Begging your pardon, Dahala. Papa Sean! We need to talk, but not here. At the dispatch yard, outside the city. Papa Sean! I still think he has the cutest, fluffiest hair that I must pet. Even if it is disrespectful. Okay, so the dispatch yard is... Okay. Yes, we do need to play more on my main. I need to get actually into the last expansion, or the Dawn Trail. I haven't even started it yet. I'm still doing the quests leading up to it. We definitely need to be doing that. Now that the busy season with work and stuff is starting to come to an end, I'll be a lot less tired and stressed. So I'll be able to be more involved, and I'll be able to have the energy to socialize and stuff. Alright, Papa Sean, what is it? Thank you for coming, Dahala. You must be wondering why I called you here. It concerns Solskjaer, Jenelin's predecessor. As you may recall, he continues to search for Oathkeeper, the sword stolen from us by the monetarist minions. From time to time, he sends me missives, sharing with me his latest discoveries. His most recent one contained a startling claim. He wrote that he had found the sword at long last. But that was some time ago, and he has not contacted me since. I would not trouble Jenelins with this news, not until I learn what has become of Solskjaer, and at the very least, will you help me find him? I knew I could count on you, Dahala. For now, all I know is that his last missive came to me by way of Ishgard. Once I learn more, we can begin the search in earnest. The next Paladin quest will be available from Papa Sean upon reaching level 52. The requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Well, I am over 52. Ah, just the woman I was hoping to see. I know now from where Solskjaer sent his last missive to me. Falcon's Nest, a hamlet in Corthus, East-Western Highlands. It is there I would have you begin your search. Reclaiming Oathkeeper would do much to restore the honor of the Sultansworn, but we must not get ahead of ourselves. First, we must find our missing man. Well, isn't it a good thing I grabbed that teleport to Falcon's Nest? Solskjaer? Never heard of him. Was he one of the new craftsmen working with 100 Eyes? Sorry, we see an awful lot of new faces around here. Most don't leave an impression, other than the heretics and the bandits, that is. A giant Rogadin elderly knight is not gonna leave an impression? As if... Okay, somehow above me. But this does not go up. A Rogadin paladin? Well, I do recall a traveler who spent several days here at least. Well, you're more helpful. Slightly. There was a pitched battle the other night, out in the wastes, involved a rather large man and a party of his fellow heretics. To hear the scouts tell it, naturally, we chose not to intervene. If they wish to kill each other, by all means. No! Soka skill! Oh, hey, look, it's 100 Eyes. Heard you was asking after a Rogadin, and in a fashion that might give a man cause to worry. I know Solkaskill. Knew, I should say. Older fellow, spent some time chatting with the young blood. He came through like the rest of us before him, looking for the same thing we all do. Bandits ambushed him in the night, out in the wastes. Buried him with my own 2 hands the next day, out near Camp River's Meet. Constraint took it especially hard, close as he was to him. Constraint? Oh. Let's go, Silver! We're gonna... skip. These are definitely not bandits. Halone's blessing be upon you, miss. I say, that was a right frightful experience. Were you a friend of Solkaskil's too? Ah, good. That is to say, my condolences. I knew there had to be others who would want to know. 'Twas the work of Death's embrace, I wager. Those fiends you slew just now were sent by them as well. My kinsmen think them but another band of sellswords or heretics. If only they knew what they were truly capable of. I can only hope that they will heed my warnings this time. If you would excuse me. Dahala! This is Papa Sean. How you found Solskagil? Yeah, I found him sadly. Gods almighty! Slain by Death's embrace? I heard some of those bastards were still skulking about, but I never thought they would try to... Wait. Could it be that they were the ones who held Oathkeeper? And that they killed Solskagil when he tried to take it back? Damn it all, we've still no answers. Though there is still the boy. Get after him and find out what he knows. Okay. Real quick, let's see. How do I lower the combat volume? Okay, so 80. 70. 60. Let's see if that does something. Okay, we are headed... Oh, we can just teleport back to Falcon's Nest. Let's do that. A pleasure to see you again, miss. Was there something you wish to discuss? Oh, so you're that free paladin Solkaskil told me about. It's an honor to meet you at last, Dahala. That is, for the second time. My name is Constante. Truly honored, miss. Truly, truly honored. Sorry if I'm a bit out of sorts. It's just... I've been thinking about him a lot. About the day we first met, when he saved me. How his sword gleamed as he danced amongst the wolves. I begged him to teach me the ways of the paladin, so I could save others the way he had saved me. He must have turned me down a dozen times before he finally relented. Probably because he caught me asking around about Oathkeeper. But I suppose he didn't think I was strong enough to help him reclaim the sword. Why else would he sneak off to challenge Death's embrace while I was away? I should have been there, Dahala. I should have been there! I've decided I'm going to take it back. Oathkeeper, I mean. He said I wasn't ready to wield this soul. But what choice do I have now that he's gone? You want to find it too, don't you? Then help me, Dahala. Please? You will? Alone be praised. You won't regret this. Oh, if Sokaskill could see us now, two paladins united in purpose, well, I suppose it's rather premature for me to claim the title, doesn't it? One veteran paladin and one aspiring paladin, then. United in purpose, we shall recover Oathkeeper and bring Sokaskill's murderers to justice. As soon as I uncover new information, that is. And the saga continues. Oh, we finally get a new thingies! I have tidings, Dahala! Hidden amongst Sokaskill's belongings was a journal, and the final entry to which contains what appears to be a map of the Gorgane holding. He marked a spot near the river, though he did not write why. Yet considering how devoted he was to recovering Oathkeeper, surely it has some relation. I say we sally forth and investigate. We may encounter wild beasts or worse, of course, but we are well equipped to face them. Well, that is to say, you are. Alright, now where's this Gorgon Mills? Oh, all the way up there. This is gonna be quite the run, guys! Oh, our new mount! Oh, and listen to that music! Yeah, the sound isn't so harsh on my ears now. That's good. How's he doing on his experience? Oh, he leveled up! Okay, let's see. All of that. So now you've got an enhanced critical hit. And then Choco Surge. Increases your healing magic potency by 30%. Well, that'll be useful. Alright, Constant. Impressive, eh? It took some time doing, but I managed to resize Sokaskill's Solarettes. They should afford me excellent protection against, thigh-high threats. Anyway, let's see where this map leads. Somewhere over yonder, perhaps? Oh, it's his armor. A light catches your eye, and on closer inspection, you find a gallant cornet buried beneath the snow. So his headpiece and his lifeblood. A trail of frozen blood leading west. Did Kiddo not come with me? That is a really big one over there. Don't want to bump into him. Or was it further to the... Oh! Dahala! Did you find anything? Sokaskil's cornet? Then he did come here! There was a trail of blood as well, you say? Let's follow it and see where it leads. Fair enough. More frozen blood. It seems to lead towards Dusk Vigil. Let's try not to piss off the birds. We're probably gonna piss off the birds. I think it's taking us westward. Well, yeah, it's definitely taking us west. Go west, young man, go west, young man. Oh, he gets attacked. Constant! Yep. Hi, you bastards. Remember me? I am your doom. Ooh, stunned me. Ah, it's a binding spell. Poor kiddo. Of course! Death's Embrace! They must have made camp here, and Sokaskil learned of it. Wait. Was that movement just now? To the west! We cannot let them escape! This kid is incredibly passionate. Gotta give him credit for that. Oh, we got a duty. Here's where things get dicey. End of the road. They don't seem to be carrying Oathkeeper. Well, if nothing else, we can at least bring them to justice for the countless other crimes and ensure that they harm no more innocent people. To arms, Dahala! For justice! For Sokaskil! I thought the cornet would help, but that speech still felt rather uninspired. Oh man, that is still loud. I'm gonna take out this book. Oh, Jesus Christ! I can at least take out one book. Woof! Well, that ended a lot smoother than I thought it might. Good job, kid, you didn't die. Did we win? Did we win? I mean, by the Fury, we won! That villainous scum will prey on the weak no longer. Pity they didn't have Oathkeeper. Well, all in a day's work for a pair of paladins, eh? Back to Falcon's Nest for a well-earned rest. I have a feeling that we're slowly gearing this kid up by finding these random bits leading us to Oathkeeper. And I mean, if he didn't have his armor, that could explain why they managed to kill him this time. The wheels of justice are slow to turn, as we know all too well. Even Sir Emeric would say cares deeply for the welfare of every Ishgardian. Even he is bound by bureaucracy. It all comes back to the war. In the end, if it's not heretics or dragons, well, you know how it is. And the Forelands as well. If you head that far west without enough hired help, you've no one to blame but yourself for what happens. So when my mother's caravan was raided on the road to Tailfeather, I was resigned to never knowing who to blame. Until Solkaskill told me about Death's Embrace, and I realized they were the ones responsible for that and many other attacks. They chose their targets with care, preying on those who wouldn't be missed, saved by their equally powerless friends and family. But everyone deserves a champion. Even the least among us are worth saving. I don't know if the remaining members of Death Embrace have Oathkeeper, but even if they don't, it is our duty as paladins to stop them. That's what Solkaskill would say if he were here, right? Alright, we're all caught up there. Now we can resume the main stuff. So, I learned a new skill, or did I just only learn... But okay, so where is it? Ah, it only turns on when you've done these, I think. Well, I'll leave it right there for now. And when we figure that out in the next combat that we do, I'll adjust it. Hey, Raw! Ha! Now there's a woman what looks like she's found her marks. You're just the sort we need around here. The kind of little hop to it when she sees a task undone. Right, we're gonna grab this so that I can set up a glamour so that I match. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I've any skill at arms to speak of, mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. It'd be a waste to keep you to myself when there's others that need help, same as me. So if you're keen on keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the Pike, the bloody huge statue out in the wastes if you've never been. Mason by the name of Theriermont is there tending to the thing. Good man, Theriermont, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Sure. We can do that. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Huh? Foreman Roth, bid you assist me? Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect has not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I have just the thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. Okay, so that's not what procs it. Alright, so delivers an attack, can only be executed while under the effect of Goring Blade Ready. But how do I get that effect? There you are. Have you the bristles? Ah, feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from the statue. Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Haldrath, first of the Azure Dragoons, and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon, this statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian, I could ask for no greater honor. You're such a good kid. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir Yazandor, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Any road, while you were away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, friend. What's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Confound it, that fool of a... What a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Theramont labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A high-born knight cannot be seen favoring a low-born mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist Theramont. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwald. So, the class system here is so severe that you can't even show kindness to another person if they are not of the right caste. That is so sad and incredibly frustrating, I would think. If I thought somebody needed help and I wasn't allowed to because they were beneath my station, I'd be like, fuck. If I'm a higher station, I have the authority to do whatever the hell I want. I must applaud your initiative, Mr. Silverlight. Roth tells me you've been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Ortoriel included. New gloves? Oh, hey, that bracelet was an upgrade. Didn't realize that. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through, just as Lord Drillmont said. Good. We've lost contact with the reconnaissance party sent north to Riversmeet in search of the heretics' hideaway. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune we know not, but regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed, the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Ortoriel will be working together. Seek him out when you're ready to depart. Good luck. Hey, bossy boss boy. It seems we have been assigned to the area near Camp's Riversmeet, Mistress Silverlight. Lest you are unaware, the camp is one of our many I misread that. Hold on a second. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of our many nights. Oh, the camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Querthus Western Highlands. One of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. 'Twould not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There's but one way to find out, though. Let us be off. How do you get the goring blade ready? Oh! When I use that, it triggers the ability to use this. Okay. I think I've got this figured out. Alright. There, okay. There, below us, Camp Riversmeet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. Should we fall, the beast below will make short work of us. Come. I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or that they took an alternate route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. The camp appears to be deserted, and yet I cannot shake the feeling that... Mistress Silverlight, pray search the camp while I stand watch. We dare not let the enemy take us unawares. Well, let's see. The Aetherite got completely frozen over, it looks like. See now, I don't need this. Just put that there. There we go. Are you alright? I heard sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved, just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Mistress Silverlight. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Not but white all around, until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us, with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others... They were shouting and screaming, but after a while, I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. Aye. My lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces of their passing. For my brothers, we must... Have faith, sir. Justice will be done. But first, we must see you to safety. Excuse me, hiccups. Oh! Oh. He has the right of it, Mistress Silverlight. Whatever remains of the heretic's trail will be gone with the next snowfall. But we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretic's trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith. Be sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realize that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, we will not be far behind. And Dahala? Thank you. And a dead knight. I'm sorry, man. The tracks continue to the north. North we go. Keep going north. Well, of course. Let's avoid the ice trap. Never mind. Well, hello. Mindless heretic. I have a feeling that that name is special for a reason. Keep running, boy! I am right on your ass, and I am not slowing down. Nope, I'm ignoring you. Nope, I'm ignoring you too. Oh, down the stairs, okay. Yes, I know he's out of my range. Ambush! There we go. Oh, it's you again.
Looking for me, I presume.
Ah, the child who glimpsed the truth.
No! It cannot be.
She cameth unto me, as didst thou. Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. but I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found, but I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people. To bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Killing civilians won't bring them together, or what of the innocent who died when you attacked Foundation?
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Again, I just let her walk away? I'm a really bad champion. People just walk away while I'm trying to capture them. Mr. Silverlight! Praise Halone, you are alive! We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we are too late. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that detract from your accomplishment. We have them on the run! You have dealt our foes a telling blow this eve, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. come, after tracking heretics across malms of ice and snow, I would say you're due for a few hours' rest next to a warm fire. Lord Artorial, Mr. Silverlight, full glad am I to see you both hale and hearty. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own? And slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury! I believe we have made great strides towards purging these lands of heretics. And I mean to say as much when we deliver my report to my father and the Holy See. As will I, Lord Artariel. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Fortemps could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest? We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Mistress Silverlight have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray, return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish. Sir Redwald, we thank you for your hospitality. Now we go back to the Fortemps. Okay. Oh, where's my iced tea? My throat's starting to hurt. 1 second. Oh, wait. Welcome, Mr. Silverlight. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes, please. Mr. Silverlight, I would speak plain. From the first, I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. But Hoshafant swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened, because for all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's soul indiscretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed she refused to acknowledge him, and, to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone, an onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, the savior of Eorzea and an honored guest of House Fortemps, my new comrade in arms, Hoshafant's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but a part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Oshafont has the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks mine own weakness. But I will not doubt you again. Mr. Silverlight, on that, you have my word. Okay, well, I don't need piety. Let's go with some critical hit. Woo! Level 55! Let's see. This and this. 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 That. 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 And that. Also that. Let's put those in there too. There we go. Okay. Alright, well now it's off to the airship and to go help the little brother. The very flippant, funny little brother. Are you ready to depart, madame? The airship bound for Camp Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. I have a feeling not being able to fly is going to become very, very annoying very, very
Upon
quickly.
an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
Alright, pretty boy. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Coerthis may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero was wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong, silent persona all the time, you know? Never mind. We need to find Lady Lynette. She's in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yeah? Excellent. Huh. Well, let's get Silver back. And let's see what this little weirdo is up to. Mr. Silverlight, welcome. I am Sir Lionette Dahala, commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. All of a sudden I cannot word. I'm sorry. Strange. Though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francel would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I have been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Halone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and call upon her generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, my Lady Lynette. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose, equally at home on the battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord Emanelian, if it's not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Mistress Silverlight. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impeding Dravanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us ready targets for attack. We're not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest of dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. No beast man is a match for a man of Ishgard! Bring me a birdman and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Mistress Silverlight. She is ignoring him so blatantly. I wonder how much he has harassed this poor lady. Ooh, look, pants. While I understand Count Edmont's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but if only left to his devices, I think it far more likely he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Drafanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Emanelian from shirking his duty. Oh, you do not have an easy job, sweetheart. Huh? A request from Lynette? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here just a few yalms away. Oh, never mind. What is it? A mission? Yes! Yes, of course! That is why I'm here! I shall do as my lady asks! Ah, Mr. Silverlight, I do not believe I have been properly introduced. My name is Honoroit, and I serve the pleasure of Lord Ememelian. Lady Lynette would have me accompany Lord Ememelian on his mission? Ah, I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Alright, I got rid of the pest. Were he of any other house, mayhap I would not feel obliged to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you. At least more so than others. Or, mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you have had to hew your fair share of difficult men before. Now that Emmenelian is out of the way, we're free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggle with the Vanu Vanu. My first encounter with the Vanu was several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our people for half a year, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Marielle. She could use your assistance. I think I missed go up. Yes. Mr. Silverlight, I presume. Lady Lionette told me you were coming. I hear tell that you've never faced a Vanu before? Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are natives to the Floating Isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal, unless the Ixal's mother was a Giga. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, kill or drive them away. Fair enough, I suppose. Alright. Oh goodness, I didn't want to fight any of the Gale Cats because they're cute. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. Well, I guess that's a relief. Okay. So if we go along this way... Finished with your patrol? Anything to report? Heh. Maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Halone has blessed us with a mighty ally. Except in your recent clashes with the Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone's concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. Hello? Yes, husband? Yes, I can meet you at the post office. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll be a little after 2 since I'm streaming and I finish at 2, but I'll wrap it up maybe a little early and head on down. Okay, I'll see you around 2 o'clock at the post office. Love you, bye! Okay. That was my husband. I apologize. You know, real life happens. Let me just fix the mic. Fix my headphones. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even were the Holy See to come under Dravanian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, Mistress Silverlight, this is where ambitions come to die. If you haven't aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych 'em up, you might say. Sure, I've done that multiple times before. Oh, look, it's... obviously. Ooh. Hello there, old girl. Slain any Vanu champions yet? No? Oh, well. Let me know when you have, so I can make myself presentable for the... Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? You had me fooled there for a moment, old girl. An amusing jest, albeit tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. You bad girl. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Leonette will give me a grand mission as befits my station. I'm so sorry, Honoroid. I woke the sleeping sloth. You know, this camp looks small, but at the same time, there is a lot of space for running around. Is there anything fluffier than a cloud? Whoa, what? What is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake. I'm awake, worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Combat music has changed too. You're looking rather grim. Why so serious? The Vanu are no real threat, and the Dravanians don't give a fig about us. Ye gods! Where did that come from? Fine. If you insist, I'll make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of miles away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it. Thank you very much. Many thanks, Miss Silverlight. Already I can see the change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon. Lord Emania... Lord Emin said what? Ha! Well, I have no doubt that Lady Leonette will do her utmost to oblige him. If Lord Emin is going to demand more dangerous duties, then I expect Lady Leonette will want you to accompany him. You might as well speak to her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. Mr. Silverlight, Lord Emin has just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for this epiphany? Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there is no underground sources we can tap with wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystal we have recently discovered, which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vor Sian Saran, to the east of here. I would have you and Emen bring us back one. You may have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention Vanu scouts ranging from their nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained. But you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck, and be safe. I think she's mad at me. And I don't blame her, because he says it's my fault, and honestly it is, because I woke him up from his nappy poos. Huh? Lady Leonette told you to tell me about my mission again? If I didn't know better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? Finally! It's about time she entrusted me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go! Let's go! So this is the Vorsian Saran of legend, and nary a Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know! Why don't you and I make it into a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. Holroyd shall judge our entries on size, purity, and, say, aesthetic sensibilities? Let us begin at once. I wish you would have at least stayed within sight. Me too. Alright, what the heck am I looking for? Some kind of crystal. Oh, that's kind of a pretty cactus flower thing. Oh, I think I finally found my first crystal. What in the world? Are you some kind of pufferfish with wings? Okay. That is not what I wanted to click on. There we go. This water crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Leonette. Perhaps you should inspect another. Oh, fine then. Honestly, I wonder how this place has water if it's going off into an endless abyss like that. This water crystal does not. Okay. This crystal appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps it is the spring crystal that she seeks. Oh, thank God. I was worried I was going to be here for a long time. Ah, Mr. Silverlight, have you brought your entry for the contest? My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from the air like water from a pump? Fascinating. Lord Emin has been gone for an awfully long time. Do you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of what... Did you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I'm worrying about nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him, Mr. Silverlight. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southeastern area of Vor-Sian-Saran as swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell. Good luck! That boy is about as useful as glue in a glue bottle. It has potential, but it's doing nothing. You survey the surrounding areas for a time, but see no sign of Ellen. Jeez, I will never get that guy's name right. I'll never be able to say it smoothly. Did I find him? Mr. Silverlight! Lord Emin has been taken by the Vanu! They had my lord surrounded, a whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly! Oh god, why do I keep getting the hiccups? Oh, it's a duty. Why did we wait till nighttime? The Vanu must have taken him to that village, mayhap to present to their chieftain. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Leonette what has happened. Yet by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Mr. Silverlight, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Emin, in my absence, I beg you to take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous and insensitive and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. Aw, you, my boy, are a very, very sweet and loyal friend. And I hope he realizes how lucky he is to have one like you. Forget sneaking past. Okay. There's a part of me that wants to laugh at their little dance because it reminds me of the ogre dance or the boomkin dance from World of Warcraft, but it also reminds me of the Maui battle dance that they do that I think it's like called like a Hakata or something. I probably butchered that absolutely wrong, but the indigenous people of Hawaii and the islands like that have a battle dance they use to intimidate enemies that starts out like that. Where am I going, by the way? Oh, I heard him. You're over here. I'm not seeing him yet. Where's the kiddo? Oh, I'm assuming over here, since there's sparklies over here. Woo! Alright, now what, kiddo? Wow, you run really slow. Come on, you stupid idiot, let's go! Thank you. Hey, that's my little idiot. You can't hurt my little idiot. Well, you can, because he's stupid and stands in your way of your attacks, but that's besides the point. Oh, Chiffon, is that you? Thank heavens! Get me out of here! Where's Hashapont? I don't see him, though. Oh, I see him now. Could you run any slower, kid? Oh! If that was real life, I'd have been screaming at him so hard. You stupid kid!
Reinforcements?
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vondo, royals like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells, and he comes.
Look at that big boy! That's the one that got away.
The white, mighty Bismarck, lord of the mists!
A primal, I'm taking it.
A flying whale? By the fury, it's a primal. We must away. Damn! Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
My darling! I love how you keep saving the day. That was some fancy moves there, Hashapon. Ooh, just missed us. Oof. Sid! You'd do great in a place like this. Lots of flying needed. The gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No need for thanks. It's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. Alright, more than a few. still happy to see you. 'Twas but blind chance that brought us together this time, in case you were wondering. The Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs, the Protector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you'd arrived some few days before with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. Small world, I thought, just as said lordling's manservant skittered into view, babbling about his masters being captured and you risking everything to rescue him. And the rest, they say, is history. Right, well, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I am here on business after all. And the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak again soon. I promise. All right, Em and Elaine. Very well. I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know. Me. Dead. On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal. And that, old girl, is no small feat. I have made a historic discovery. A fact even Lady Leonette will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes, I'm rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return? Well, at least he bounces back fast. You know what? I want to talk to Hashi first. Hashi's my husbando. Even after everything he's been through, he manages to remain so optimistic. Yeah, I'll say. Hey, I nearly got my ass killed being a stupid idiot, and I ran away like a little bitch baby, but hey, I discovered a primal. No, you didn't. We were almost eaten by a primal because you're a dumbass. But of course, I gotta give him all of the credit and be like, oh, Lord Eminelaine, you're so amazing nearly getting killed like that, and I had to rescue you because you cowered like a little baby. Praise Halone, I feared the worst. What happened out there? A primal? Are you sure? Yet, now that I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of Vanu legend, a massive creature said to swim in the Sea of Clouds. From what I've learned of comparable summonings, the presence of the Vanu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior towards the people at Camp Cloudtop. Ah, you mean to say that they have fallen under the primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphino. What a smart little boy. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Leonette? A little recognition for the hero of the hour? A few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on. Why, yes, you're right, of course. Mistress Silverlight deserves all that and more for having risked her life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there's naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, Mistress Silverlight, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Hoshafont and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then? No more forays into enemy territory? Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Leonette. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. All's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing, then. We can speak on the journey home. Speak to him in... Okay, so I can just teleport. Nice. Ugh. That kid. Oh my god. I have a worse impression of him than I did of Alphinaud when I first met Alphinaud. I mean, I still think Alphinaud is a bit pretentious. He still has that I'm smarter than you attitude still, but I think having the Crystal Braves betray him like that really, really took him down a peg. So I hope that this bit of humble pie does him some good and he grows from it. Because, I mean, it really did blow me away and confuse me. Where's Hoshifont? Oh, I guess he didn't go to the manor. No, he did not. So, I need to go to the airship landing. Okay. Like, when I first met Alphinaud, I was like, who the fuck is this, like, 14-year-old kid? 14 or 16-year-old kid just bossing everybody around? And why the hell is everybody letting a little child boss us all around? And I still feel that way about that. Like, I could see him giving advice as a person of expertise as he is an Archon. But at the same time, like, everyone just let him take charge and boss us all around, and I'm just... What? Maybe if he'd asked more nicely, I wouldn't have felt so offended. Or it's just the boomer in me. I confess, I've always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind on your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. Ha ha! In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Emeric of all that has occurred. Eminelaine shall have returned to the manor by now. Why don't you go see if he's recovered from his ordeal? I love how diplomatic everybody is when they're talking about this kid. It's you, Dahala. Oh, gods, did he have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop. How I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? I get a new mount too! As well as... what's this? Ethereal compass. The foretop steward looks as though he has something to say. Well, let's see what it is. Ah, Mistress Silverlight. My lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Artoriel and Lord Lane. If you would remain here for a moment? Well, I could do that, yes. That's not that hard.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Lane's life. He told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord!
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
Oh shit.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavens Ward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Though you've won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed. Men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your success, even as we celebrate it. 'Tis like that one such member of House Desmail is manipulating Sir Grinno, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet, the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Emeric at the congregation of our knights most heavenly. He will know more of these charges. Alright. Well, Alphino seems to have gotten himself in a bit of trouble, hasn't he? Anyways, I'm going to cut it a little short this week here because I need to go help my husband with something. Real life always gets in the way of all the fun, doesn't it? Anyways, I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys, and you guys got to meet Glacy, who's the most epic, awesomest friend I've got online right now. And, yeah, I hope you enjoyed your time with me. I know I had fun. And I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye!